And then moving along for the rest of Raw, we had the New Day come out. They call out.
By the way, the payoff about the whole Miz and Neville thing.
Mm-hmm.
He wants an accents coach.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a joke. I think it's just building to a Miz versus Neville feud, which I think that's gonna be a great feud. I like Miz's promo, so I feel like he's gonna pick up where Neville leaves behind, and Neville's great in the ring, so I think they complement each other well.
Miz and Neville?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that would never come out of your mouth. Because Neville's an awesome wrestler. You remember the first time?
That's exactly what I said, yeah. So Neville would be an awesome wrestler, help Miz where he needs help, and then Miz is an awesome promo, or help Neville where he left up. So I feel like that's a great dynamic.
So they're going to, you saying...
Complement each other well.
If they team up, or if they go against one another?
Like the feud is going, where they go against one another. Because you definitely just want to see Miz get his ass kicked and look like a fool.
I don't.
People, that's like his gimmick. It's like he's someone to get. So like to have him look like a fool, not being able to catch Neville, is just a good dynamic. I think this is a great match to not maybe make a pay per view, but just to like bring Raw around week to week, like a little storyline to keep up with.
But this is definitely sports entertainment gimmick. Of a fucking thing, feud that they're gonna have going.
And then we had the New Day bring out the Usos.
Oh yeah.
And the Lucha Dragons here. I thought this was funny because going back to the original like tag team ladder match, like Edge and Christian versus the Hardys, it was such a big deal that they ended up bringing all four of them out on Raw, and they got a standing ovation the next night on Raw. So this was kind of mimicking the template of what they do every time one of these matches steal the show. But after it all happened and mutual respect was given, the New Day just pretty much used it to rub in everyone's face that they still won.
They didn't rub it in anyone's face. They have every right to brag about themselves winning. They have every right. They have every right to brag about it.
Just because you don't have your right doesn't mean you didn't do it.
They brought out the guys, gave them their sincere kudos even before they started to even brag. They was like, what we said was from the bottom of our hearts. But you know what? Right now is about us winning the championship. And you know what? They had every fucking right to do it. And then you got fucking bully Lucha Dragons. You got bully fucking Usos. And they just fuck up the New Day like a bunch of goddamn heels. The New Day did not deserve that. They did not deserve that.
Even cheating to win
cheating? It was no DQ.
Okay. I think adding an extra guy is still low on the morality, not necessarily the rules.
When did... You can't even cheat no more in a DQ. It's like, yeah, you're cheating in a match that does DQ. That blows my mind.
Yeah, another guy, I don't know, it's still kind of low. It's not necessarily cheating, but it's low.
There's no low. It's part of the gimmick.
Well, then I would say stop being a wuss there, Peter. Next time there's a no DQ... No, next time there's a no DQ match at a live event...
the wuss?
Yeah, you get in there and you help out your boy, who's ever in the no DQ match that you're cheering for, man. Make it a 2-on-1. Jump that rail. Get involved, guys. It's a no DQ match.
Well, I ain't trying to get killed.
I know, I'm fucking with you guys.
I'm just saying that, no DQs are what they are. And the New Day are the baby faces now because the Lucha Dragons and Usos and Roman Reigns and all those good guys are fucking assholes. They're all assholes. The heels can't even get over because the fucking baby faces are better assholes than the heels.
I mean, the New Day is over though, I feel like, don't you think?
Yeah, again, a bunch of brothers in there acting a damn fool will always go over. Look, R-Truth, even though he's buried, not only is he buried, he's in China right now. He's like he's gone through, he's underground, he went through the Earth's core, through the mantle, he's up in fucking like China right now. He comes out, he does that rap, because he did the full rap.
Yeah.
He's over as fuck.
You better get with me, because this is where it's at.
Hey, I ain't even started yet.
What's up?
He is over. I mean, he's probably one of the more over guys in the company.
He does have an album that just came out on iTunes.
I saw the Table for Three about that.
Yeah.
But like, why is he over? It's beyond me. It blows my mind, but I kind of have an idea because, He's out there kind of shucking and jiving, and everyone loves a shucking and jiving. And New Day is fucking up. They started off smart. And they started off like just bits and pieces. But they're slowly becoming just a 3-man unit of R-Truth. They're just 3 R-Truths to me. Like, it has that potential. It really does have that potential. I just hope they go militant at some point. That would be interesting. For them to just go like right to censor kind of shit.
Okay.
Like just flip it right on its head. Is there anything else about this fuck? Oh.
We had a Fox and Brie versus Charlotte and Lynch with Rick at ringside. This is pretty much going to the storyline we've been watching with Rick helping Charlotte and then like these like underhanded moves, you know, taking the victory. Charlotte and Becky win. What'd you think of this match?
Flair has no chivalry in his bone. Has not one sense of chivalry in his fucking bone. He's interfering in the women's matches like
he didn't give a shit.
Like he don't give a shit. Whoop, he swiped that fucking leg.
It was hilarious. Yeah, Flair's making these segments. He's cracking me up, and I mean, Paige wasn't on tonight's Raw.
Is there no honor?
Not in Flair. Dirtiest player of the game, folks.
He's even dirty to the divas, man. That's
dirty to the divas.
That's mind blowing. This guy is an asshole, and it's entertaining. It just floors me. You remember my idea, and I think that expands off the whole thing. Like, what if Paige goes against Ric Flair? That would be, you know, an interesting dynamic.
That would be interesting dynamic, pretty good. But I don't know if Flair is willing to do it.
When I threw out the idea of Miz, like Miz is one of the only guys. I think him. I think Cena. I'm trying to think. Has Orton ever won the Intercontinental belt?
Yeah, very beginning. Very beginning.
I'm trying to think because there's only like seriously 3 or 4 guys that's done the Triple Crown. Has won every belt.
Yeah.
Tag team, U.S. Intercontinental, World Heavyweight Championship, also the WWE Championship.
Sure, I think Edge maybe.
Yeah, and Miz is one of those guys. I want him to go after the Divas belt.
That would be good.
That'd be so great.
That would be good, but do you not think that would bury him? And then like the whole like maybe like a lot of like
he's already hated. He's hated so much. He gets heat that the average heel would die for. The Eva Marie heat. You know,
this is true.
That fucking Vicky Guerrero heat. You know, my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
That's funny every time he says that.
He's you know, like why not? Why not make it into like a what's his name? Andy Kaufman kind of thing.
I think he's got a few more years left in him on the roster. Maybe if you can see him kind of on his way out, give him that gimmick. But I think he's got about 5 to 10 more years left of solid wrestling, and you don't want to ruin that by putting him with this. I think that's what you're risking there doing that.
Because you remember, right? You remember that one segment where Ric Flair gives the figure 4 to Miz?
Yeah, and he couldn't even do it.
I think he did a great job.
He didn't do it right, but he didn't play it right.
Hey, I'm a Miz fan. I mean, I will always be a Miz fan.
He just didn't do it right. I'll give the credit where credit is due, and it was not due there.
He did it perfectly.
Go back and watch it.
I'm trolling you a little bit. But it went to the wrong person. It should have went to Dolph. When it came down to the picking between the two of them,
I think that would have been perfect.
With Dolph in the fucking ring during their little like Cleveland, Ohio feud,
Yeah.
Like you think Flair's in there to basically like anoint Dolph, but he gives it to fucking Miz, and everyone's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Botchamania.
Other than the primetime players trying to sell you on some WWE merch, that's all for Raw.
And the Bella's trying to quit you from smoking. And you know what? It's funny because I did quit smoking. I'm like 36 days in without a cigarette. I think inadvertently, because of Nikki Bella subconsciously wanting me to stop smoking, I stopped smoking. And now she's like, stop smoking. I'm like, I knew it already. Like, you already within my mind, Nikki Bella. Thank you so much.
She's reading your mind. For reading your mind and telling the world.
Dude, it was like some, in the spirit of the Star Wars, she already actually did the Jedi mind trick.
Had a little bit of the Force.
She had the Force. I am
That's inspiring.
Dude, I am She is an inspiration. My story is an inspiration. Thank you, Brie Bella, for your clairvoyant force of wanting the people to stop smoking, and I am one of your recipients of your inspiration.
Are you fearless?
No, I'm not fearless.
Oh. Well, did you hear about Ring of Honor making that deal with PWG, where you can be a contracted Ring of Honor guy, but you can still work in PWG? So that allows, guys like Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, who just signed the most lucrative deal in Ring of Honor history, to still go to PWG, as well as go over to Japan. And
it's a lot of trust. I mean, why? I mean, I saw it as a eventual thing. Because those guys are jumping through those hoops anyway.
Sure. Like Ring of Honor is more West, like Midwest, East Coast, and PWG is just in Reseda, California.
And Japan is really East Coast.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think Ring of Honor might be an eventual gap between New Japan to PWG maybe get maybe not necessarily a bigger guy, but maybe even at least one name from New Japan onto a PWG show, because that is a lot of American eyes and
trust. It would take trust.
Yeah,
that style of wrestling, I wouldn't. I mean, it's not like I'll send Okada or Nakamura over there to work that style. I mean, it's a long fucking trip. B, it's not like really nice. You don't want those guys to be in any harm's way. You just don't. You work bit by bit. You send over, Makabe or some shit, right? You send over.
But that would still be huge in PWG.
I know it would be. But like Makabe, he's a tough dude. So he's pretty thick. And his style doesn't really resort to no more than him just getting punched and chopped. Yeah, it's not like he's diving and doing a bunch of whoop-de-doos and flip-de-flips, and that's what PWG kind of focuses it on. Like, super technical, but then really over-the-top acrobatics. And a guy who's ground and pound is get your feet wet with actually bringing talent to PWG.
Sure.
But I the way I see it, dude, because when I started watching PWG, started watching ROH, now watching New Japan, I mean, those guys are in themselves their own little unit. They're their own little, like...
It's more lucrative than ever. Like, if you can get in that 10-man slot, you can do a PWG, make a bunch of money from DVDs. You can do Ring of Honor, with making money like a mid-carder does on WWE. Plus, you can go to Japan now, like Kyle O'Reilly, and like Jay Lethal's doing.
But Kyle O'Reilly's he's going to end up in WWE real soon. And even they're going after Jay Lethal, too.
But he's making WWE money right now. And Jay Lethal, yes, contract is up in January, but he's going to be able to defend the ROH title at Wrestle Kingdom in front of the second biggest wrestling audience besides WrestleMania year after year. So I'm saying, like, Ring of Honor is looking pretty good for someone who, if you don't see yourself maybe excelling in WWE.
Why not? Just the three of those promotions, just go ahead and make themselves a conglomerate. Why the fuck not?
I think that's what it's. I think it's.
That's the thing. Pangea,
Well, because New Japan already has a deal with CMLL, which is the second biggest promotion in Mexico.
Dude, I'm telling you,
the longest running promotion in Mexico.
What's the guy?
They already have deals with
Naito, he goes back and forth with CMLL.
He does. And
that was the.
That's the gimmick that's currently going on with Naito.
But what was the name of that crew he wanted to be a part? The Crusaders, the Outlaws.
It's like the ungoverned. It translates to the ungovernables, but I cannot remember the name.
Yeah. So those guys, I mean, that was one of the things. Like, why isn't there more unity in the independent scene? I think all the mega superstars, your Jay Lethals, your Roderick Strongs, your Bobby Fish, your Kyle O'Reilly, your Okadas, and then say over to the Lucha Underground guys, this is Cage, Brian Cage, Big Rick.
Speaking of, Ezekiel Zackson, Big Rick retired. He's no longer with Lucha Underground or in the sport.
He's a big guy. Imagine
Did you see the commercial?
No.
You didn't see the
you're talking about the trailer for Lucha Underground?
Yeah, the Lucha Underground.
Yes.
With Ray officially brought up. I think
end.
that's amazing, man. Going to the desert. I'm stoked for Lucha Underground.
I saw it yesterday. Hunico.
Yeah,
and Helico with a new look. Mm-hmm. He looks great. Like he looks great. Like his body, I was like, he looks amazing. New look, new cut. Like he's been working out. Actually, that trio's group, Son of Havoc.
Yeah.
Is it Evilise? Is that Evilise?
Yeah, they show up on the bikes.
Yeah, they look amazing. They look tough.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see them in the likes of the New Japans or the ROH. I would love to see that. I mean, Son of Havoc is a PWG guy, and Helico.
Well, Son of Havoc was Matt Cross. He started out in the late '90s.
He was a Tough Enough guy though too.
Yeah, but 10 years before Tough Enough, he was started out as a backyard wrestler. Got put in the ICP video game, like the backyard wrestling video game, and he could do some amazing stuff. He was like maybe a half flip above all the other high flyers. He got brought into Ring of Honor. He went around to all these different, indie feds, and then he went to Tough Enough, and now he's eventually, under the mask, being Son of Havoc. So
it's great. It's a great gimmick, especially when he talks. Because he has
a lot of ups and downs with that career.
Deep voice.
For sure.
I mean, I'm gonna do this. What new SmackDown commentator? It's the guy from a new SmackDown announcer. The guy over who does the English play-by-play for New Japan. What's his name? Mauro Ranallo.
Oh yeah, he's on SmackDown.
They just signed him. He's starting SmackDown like when it moves to USA. So this guy, he does the Access. Yeah, he's
Access TV. Yeah,
he's the guy when they do
he's
the Access.
the non-UFC fighter.
Okay, so which voice is he? Is he more like the lackadaisical voice, or is he more like the high-pitched voice?
I don't want to know, but I would say one of them is like a known MMA fighter. One of them is just like a wrestling nerd. So I would say probably the high pitch.
The nerd, the one that calls he calls them red shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, red shoes. He's the one that actually calls red shoes red shoes. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Like that's the fact that I'm covering SmackDown. I wonder how he's going to transition over because it was Todd Phillips and now Rich Brennan, aka Millhouse. Thanks Kevin Owens for that. This guy's coming in, and it's like, I wonder how he's going to be treated.
I think they're revolving the wrong door there. I think Lawler doesn't watch the product, and I think there's a reason they took him off Raw in the first place. I think it's time to retire. I don't think his heart's not in it anymore.
You think they're going to move from, it's just going to be this Marrero guy, or well, I can never say.
It seems to
Morrow, if they go to a three-man, if they stay three-man, it's going to be JBL, Booker T. And this guy?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're doing. This is the first I've heard about this, but I definitely think that it seems like they want to see who works well with Lawler. But it looks like you might need to start pushing Lawler out, is what I would say, to fix these issues that they seem to think is a problem. But I watch SmackDown. I don't really have a problem with the announcing, just as much as I would Raw.
I think there's not a lot of. I'm sick of hearing the same voice.
What about Tom Phillips?
Phillips, he sounds like Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Rich Brennan, he sounds like Michael Cole. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to hear a bunch of Michael Coles. I want to hear something different. And if this guy, he does have a great voice. That's one, I like listening to him on New Japan on Access. He's bringing something entirely new to the table other than, say, what's his name? When he was rolling with Zack Ryder, he does Superstars commentary. And that or do it. That guy.
Is it Tom Phillips?
No. Older guy. He was doing all the spots on the Zack Ryder show.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about. He has a real deep, very kind of smooth voice. And every time someone hits a move and he goes for the pin, he's like, and that'll do it. He says it every fucking time. I
don't know. You're calling
dude,
me out of here.
I'm drawing a blank. His name. Oh man.
Tune in next week for that name,
really.
folks.
Well, and if you are listening now, you've gotten this far at least. We got through a lot of stuff in an hour and a half.
Yeah, we did good.
Just hit it. What the fuck is it? It's right on the tip of my tongue. I know his name.
Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Listen to us on iTunes. Listen to us on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Podbean. Tell a friend on Twitter.
Tell a foe.
Tell a foe.
Tell a homie. Tell a hoe.
At Ellen Japanese on Twitter.
PJTW.
At PJTW. Talk to me at JG Pro Wrestling. Fast in the World podcast coming up every Thursday morning. Peter talking SmackDown every Saturday morning.
Peter talks SmackDown
every Saturday.
Peter's Raw recap.
Hell yeah.
The New Day podcast, which is on hiatus right now. Peter and Jake talks wrestling. Peter talks SmackDown.
I would like to maybe say something. We're doing an end of the year maybe like contest where if you just tweet at me your favorite NXT match of the year, whoever gets the most votes or the most nominations for it, just via tweet, we'll announce. And then if it's a funny tweet or anything like that, we'll definitely announce that on.
We'll put it on a T-shirt and send it to you.
Yeah, next week on Fast in the World. So I guess through you guys, we're going to try to find the match of the year. So
how about this? I will print your fucking tweet on a T-shirt.
There you go.
Yeah, and you can wear your tweet. So and I guess get their address or whatever. You can send it to them.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
It'd be fun
Hell
stuff.
Yeah.
Just whoever wins, and if they hear their name, just submit your size. I guess tell them to submit their size.
Yeah, no problem.
And we just go buy a shirt and send they ask a fucking
I like it.
A tweet. And I guess PJTW Central, subscribe, all that shit. Is it thing? Comment, please like, hit the thumbs up or whatever, and most importantly, please share. Make like Oscar and watch out for those foreign objects.
Hell yeah.
We will see you next week. The crew, make sure you check out the Fast in the World, and I'll see you for Peter Talk SmackDown. Peace, bitches.